If you've ever said to yourself, I'm broken, I'm a failure, there's something wrong with me, or you even thought, I've tried everything, but nothing works for me, then this video is for you. First, you are not alone in that pain. And even if it feels like that right now, you are not broken. That voice inside, it's not the truth of who you are. And I know. You've heard it all before so many times in podcasts, in therapy sessions, in healing books. You're not broken, you're not broken. But it never quite reached you, did it? It even made things worse, right? Because you then thought, why does everyone else seem to get it except me? And of course, that only deepened the pain. I know, because I've sat with people who have done so much inner work: therapy, coaching, journaling, breathwork, meditation, everything. And I have been one of them too, trying so hard to fix myself. We've all read the right thing, spent a fortune at coaching and therapy, said the affirmations, lit the candles. Nothing worked. There is still this deep seated, painful belief: something must be wrong with me. The thing is, when we are in survival and your heart is carrying years of shame and self blame, words can feel just hollow. But today, I want to offer you something different, something deeper. So, this is the first of two videos. In the second, I will guide you through a journaling process to help you shift this story at the root. But let's begin here with what your heart needs to hear first. Let me ask you something. If your best friend came to you, or your sister, your child, someone you really love deeply, and they said, I sabotage everything, I hate myself, I feel like a failure, would you look at them and say, oh, yes, you're right, you are a failure, and because you're such a mess, I hate you too? No, I don't believe that. You would probably feel compassion, you would hug them, and you would say something like, no, that's not the truth of who you are. And you're just hurting, you are overwhelmed, and you are trying, you're doing the best you can. So here is the question: why is it so easy to be kind to them, but not to yourself? What if the only difference between you and them is not what you have done or who you are, but how you see yourself? Because look at this. If you can look at someone else who struggles just like you, but you feel compassion, but for yourself you only feel shame, then the issue isn't about you doing something wrong, it's that you are seeing yourself differently. It's the lens you are looking through. And there is something really important, something powerful no one taught us. It's that you can change how you see yourself, the world, others. I know that because I've been there too. And if I could learn to shift that lens, then you can definitely do it too. And when that happens, what you feel, what you do, and how you live begins to transform. And again, this is not about fixing, it's about seeing differently. And I'm going to show you how. But first, let's go a little bit deeper, because underneath that harsh inner voice is something sacred that's waiting to be seen. Maybe that voice inside says something like, I always mess things up, or I can never finish anything, I always sabotage myself. Now let's take one of them as an example and look at it more closely. For example, I always sabotage myself. Now take a moment and ask yourself, always, where have you not sabotaged? Where have you shown up? Where have you followed through? Where have you been kind, loyal, and consistent? Maybe you kept a promise, even a small one, even when it would have been easier to not do. Whatever it is, bring it to mind. Even one tiny moment, one memory. Take your time. And next, what did your so called sabotage protect you from? Did it slow you down? Did it stop you from burning out? Was it trying to keep you safe from disappointment, judgment, loss? Maybe there's nothing to be ashamed of. And this is how you begin to see differently. Not by fighting the pain, not by pushing it away, but by becoming curious about it. And in doing so, you begin to dismantle the wall of shame and self blame. Because what if your sabotage wasn't destruction, but it was self protection? What if the part of you that sabotages was never trying to destroy your life? What if it was trying to protect you? What if it was your nervous system saying something like, I'm not safe yet? What if your avoidance was a form of wisdom, a shield, a signal, not a flaw? And what if the self hate was really just grief? A grief that never got to be heard? So it seemed to turn against you instead. And you're not broken because you feel all this so deeply. The opposite is the case. People who feel most broken in general feel more than others and are usually the ones who are most aware. They feel the depth because they are aware of it. And seeing your own patterns doesn't make you worse. It reveals your strength, your deepness. Because maybe you're not too much. Maybe you're just deeply alive. Maybe you're not broken. Maybe you are healing at your own pace. You don't need another course or another method right now, no. You need a moment of truth, a breath, a mirror, a reminder that you are not alone in this. And more importantly, you are not failing at healing or at anything. You're just learning to listen in a way you were never taught to. If you have ever wondered whether you are too damaged, too far behind, or too much to love, I just want you to hear this. That's not the truth of who you are. That's the echo of your pain inside. And the pain can be loud, I know, but it's never the whole story. You are a human being, a beautiful human being with a complex story. And every version of you, the one who hid, the one who tried, the one who collapsed, all of them, they deserve love. Not later, not once you've figured it out, no, now. And if you've forgotten how to offer that to yourself, let this moment be your reminder. So, right here, right now, just take a moment, not to do more, not to fix, just to feel. Feel the part of you, the one who is tired, the one who's been carrying this weight for years, the younger you who never felt safe, the version that's still hiding behind an illusory wall of shame. Let them all be here now with you, just for a moment. No agenda, no shame, just you and presence. Because healing doesn't begin with doing, it begins with allowing. It's not about feeling better, it's about getting better at feeling. And if you just did that, even a little bit, that's you beginning to come home. And I will be right there, holding a mirror steady until you can see it for yourself. You were never broken, you were becoming. And maybe nothing outside of you has changed, not yet. But if something inside you softened, if something in you breathed a little bit differently, then something has already begun. Because this is how healing starts. Not by pushing, not by trying to make it go away, but by being. And the more you return here to your breath, to your body, to the truth that you are allowed to feel, you're already whole. Not too much, not broken. The very fact that you feel deeply, again, isn't a weakness, it's a sign of your awareness. It's your strength, even if it doesn't feel like that right now. So when the world tries to pull you back into the old fight, remember this. You were never meant to heal by force. You were meant to come home to yourself. And right now, you've just taken your very first step. If this touched something in you, then you are ready for the next step. I've created a free journaling ritual to help you go deeper. It's a gentle but very powerful self-inquiry process, and I will guide you through every step in a second video. You can watch it right after this. And you will also find a free PDF download with all the questions I use, so you can come back to it anytime you want. Both are waiting for you right below this video. I'm sending you so much love, and I see you in the next video.